Hey guys, welcome back to Homestead Prepping and Survival Take 2. For whatever reason, my audio wasn't matching up with the video, so I've had to redo this. It's only a minute or two, so it's not that big a deal. But today I'm going to take you outside and I'm going to take you to the range and show you some things that I've been working on for quite a few years, and hopefully I'm going to continue to be able to do that. Every year we try to make improvements and finish out one project and start on another and whatever. But anyway, I just want to take you outside and show you. Y'all send me emails, comments, whatever it is, please hit that like button, share the channel when you can, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It really helps me grow the channel. This it's going to take a long time to get to where this channel is actually will pay for itself. So I don't know anybody has ever really put a lot of thought into it, but to grow a YouTube channel takes a lot of time and a lot of resources, and it's tough. So I'm going to do the best I can with what I got, and I'll improve when I learn and when I'm able to on equipment wise and stuff. But till then, if you guys would subscribe and share the channel, that would help me tremendously, and I really do appreciate it. But let's get into the outdoor part of it and show you around. Please stick around to the end of the video. The average viewer only watches about 5 to 7 minutes, so I know it's a little bit longer than that, but it's really hard to get content down to 7 minutes or less, and you just can't share very much doing that. And maybe I could break it up into several different ones, but that's just not me. So try to watch as long as you can. Watch all the way through to the end. So I really appreciate y'all. Let's get into it, and thank y'all. Appreciate you. All right, guys, sorry about the finger. We are out at what I call my classroom or training room on the range. I have not spent any time out here in months. I had a tree limb fall and hit the roof, and you see it denting it down right there, but it really got it good over here, pulled it through. So I'm gonna have to get up there and straighten that out or replace the tin, one or two. It hit that next piece over there as well. And it did a little bit of dents on this out here, more bent the overhang than anything. But anyway, got it on its own panel box. So my son-in-law's been storing his corn in here for his deer feeders and stuff. And well, as you see, the chairs are covered with dust, dirt, and debris. Things are all in disarray. So had it sealed up pretty good. See all the spray foam. Anyway, squirrels, rats, something. I opened those up. They were still in the package. USA flag and a Gadsden flag. Both of them got chewed, so I'm going to have to order new ones of those. Got a flagpole out there I haven't even put up. So that's a gun rack there that those that bring more than what they're going to shoot. But all these chairs are set up. I've got that big whiteboard I plan on putting in here and some pegboard on the rest of the walls after we do a little bit of insulating or something. And I don't know. Air conditioner works. It'll come on and run and cool. Let's see how loud it is. So rats built a nest in here. I had to clean all that out just a few minutes ago. Chewed up my filter, so I'm about to get another one, but it's all right. It's blowing cold air. It's been a good old air conditioner. 10,000 BTUs. Way more than enough to do this little 150 square foot training room, or 200, whatever it may be. We got a light mounted up top. There's still some things I want to do. I got floodlights out on the outside of the building. See, there's one up there that runs the porch light, I call it, and then there's a floodlight there, and there's a floodlight there, and we ran power over out this corner. And if I can move this stuff and get out of here without breaking my neck, I'll show you. Got a big old fan right there. That thing's probably as old as I am, but a buddy of mine gave it to me years ago.
And you look at it and go, man, that thing don't run. Yeah, and it moves a ton of air. But see all the sticks that's falling down on here. We've got to get the roof put on this part. Got a light out here too. Floodlight over. I had to blow the screen off. Floodlight over on that corner. One aims toward the long range stand or targets, and the other one aims right here at this pistol berm for training. So it's 7 yards from this bench to the stands where the targets go, and that's typical training for defense in pistol. So anyway, we set it up for that, and we've got 4 stands out there. You can put 4 different targets and all that. So I've got a lot to clean up. As you can see, I've been running the mower trying to blow the leaves away and all of that. I'm gonna have to get out here with a rake and stuff, but I got a receptacle up there. I need to put a cover on. It runs this old fan. Man, that thing moves a ton of air. You can feel it all the way over to the edge of the woods. So keeps the gnats and mess off of you when it's warmer weather. But I've got to, this old, we built it out of whatever scrap we had. Look, there's the mouse. 2 of them. They don't want to be outside. Can y'all see them? Look at him. 2 of them in that corner. I'll have to shoot them, but I don't want to put a hole through my daggum building. But anyway, yeah, they were evacuating the premises when I had in there cleaning up a little bit and running. And then I had this tree limb. See how it bent the metal? I got to get up there and straighten that out, get the rest of the limbs down, straighten all this back out, and finish creating the overhang. Look, there's a lizard on the side of the air conditioner. He's not real happy I started it up either, is he? But anyway, a lot of debris that's got to be cleaned up since my backhoe's been out of commission and my tractor's out of commission. Things get away from me. Can't do it all by hand, but thought I'd make this video and show y'all what I have out here. Now, from where I'm standing, which is at the corner of the pistol range at the classroom, again, this will all be covered with metal. We're planning on going out more with it. We're going to angle this direction a little bit and continue a little more shelter there. So, but from here to the target stand in front of the berm there is about 25 yards. That's not that far. I know it looks further than that on camera, but we don't shoot any closer than this to the steel targets with rifles because of fragmentations coming back and hitting people. So we try to only shoot the plastic silhouettes up there and paper targets at this range. But I'm gonna stop it right here, and then I'm gonna start it back up and show you what it looks like from different distances. I mean, I've got more targets that I haven't hung, so this more time than I've had lately. The winds has pushed the barrels around, and I kind of moved them and blew all the leaves out here. But anyway, I'll show you a further distance shot. All right, from right here you can really see where it bent up the metal around the edge of the building. Didn't do much on the roof except that those 2 places, that one I got to address and straighten all this out. I may just replace the metal, but either way, there's still some cleanup that's got to happen. And this is about 35 yards from the rifle range, and which, if I get over here in the middle of the actual range, it's a long shot. Let's see if it'll let me zoom in. Yeah, that's just far. That's 8 times zoom, and as far as my phone will let me zoom, but move my finger, sorry. Got a long ways to go. I'm gonna show y'all this. Right inside the wood line, actually a little piece inside the wood line. It's closer now since I've cleared, but there's a pretty good sized drainage ditch right there that starts on my property and runs across. And it used to be about 6 to 8 foot deep right here. I'd probably say 8 foot. And if you drop over to this side, it goes down, and it gets down to about 15 to 20 foot over on the next property over there. So I ended up building a bridge. I cut those big trees down that were in the range oak trees. A couple of them were over 90 feet tall. So from here to the range, to the targets, is 75 yards. And anyway, I cut those trees down. I cut them in 25-foot long pieces and took a skid steer on my tractor and moved them across this ditch, and I laid a tarp on it and then started covering it with dirt. And those trees are, oh my goodness, 30 inches or more around, and oak. So anyway, and I left it that way for quite a few years, and I'd have to add dirt and build it up, and I've built it up quite a bit. So what I did when I first bought my backhoe was I came out and I widened it, because you could drive across it before, but just barely. So I widened the bridge and filled in both sides really, so it doesn't really get enough water to cause issues here. Maybe once every few years, but either way, it'll just be a dam. It'll hold it right there and won't hurt anything. So if you come all the way back, like that's 75 yards there, I've got its own disconnect and the pipe got broke. I've got to replace that pipe with the wire runs in it. It's not water, it's electrical. Just wanted to keep it dry. And you see it laying on the ground all the way up there. So it's got its own disconnect, and I got to put a cover over that. I covered it with foil tape just to keep crud out of it. But anyway, 75 yards from here, and we'll look at the 100-yard mark. All right. I don't know how well the sun is blocking this, but I'm standing beside the shooting bench, which is covered with a bunch of lumber, scrap lumber, and things that we were salvaging for projects. So I've got to redo that, but either way, it's a double-sided shooting bench that I built years ago, and it's at the 100-yard mark. So I've got some bushes that have grown up I need to whack back, but I'm gonna zoom in to 8 times as far as it'll let me, and to those steel targets hanging in silhouette targets up there, that's 100 yards from where I'm standing. Zoom back out, and I'm not going to walk any further back, but I'm going to spin around and show you. There's some more scrap lumber, but all the way back to that telephone pole, you can see right on the other side of that telephone pole, about 5 yards, is the 195 to 200 yard mark. Haven't exactly marked it. Rangefinder said 195 or something like that, so we're right at 200 yards up at the edge of the property. So that's a long ways. Anyway, tell me what you guys do. You know, do you have your own place to go out and train, and do you have friends that come over and train with you, or is it just for you and immediate family, or what? Because you can see I'm still clearing a lot of mine. I've got some trees that have died this year, several pines that's caused problems. I'm gonna have to clean up, and I'm probably gonna take this whole group down. My goal is to, I know I'm still walking on the range, but if I was to look straight across my property, is to basically all the way across to where that drainage ditch, you can't even tell there is one. It's, you know, I want to clear on this side of it all the way across, just to increase the size of the backyard, but mainly to increase the area that I can garden. The soil in this woods has not been touched in many years, dozens I would imagine. And when I get past all the weeds and the fallen leaves and pine needles and stuff, there's some really black, good, fertile dirt up under there. And I have taken some with skid steer and scraped it down till I got to the clay and put it in raised beds and in the garden, things like that, which does bring in some weeds, but you can pull those out. But it does help me a lot with this hard red clay I've got here. So anyway, I've got some debris there. I'm just going to push it down in that ditch and cover it all up with dirt so it'll be nice and smooth. And this will be the edge of the wood line. So I've got about another 20 yards to go on this end and about 10 on the other. So anywho, just thought I'd show y'all what I work on when I have time and the equipment's working like it's supposed to, and all of that. And my son-in-law hunts back here. I've had both of them hunt back here actually, and my son's hunting back here. My ex hunted back here. I've hunted back here. I think last year they was 5 or 6 nice sized deer shot from back here. It's not that big a piece of property, but I'm surrounded by woods, so we feed them and it brings them in. And you see I've got trails cut all the way across, so you can go back all the way to the other side here and it goes up the middle. I actually have, right now I have 7 berms on this property. So you can do tactical team work and move from berm to berm, you know, location to location in different orders, so that you can learn tactics and maneuvering and all that good stuff. But we have not really gotten into that much. It's hard to get people to show up for training. So my buddies that are listening to this, that's your clue. Get off your butt. It's time to get back to training. The weather's beautiful. I don't even have a jacket on today. I would imagine, I mean, the range, we've got a little bit of cleanup to do and some repair on the classroom, but that ain't gonna stop us from training. So, you know, the range is ready. I don't know what y'all are waiting on. So, YouTube community out there, what are you waiting on? The sun's gonna blind me and my camera, but let me see if I can get behind this tree. Let me see. I've cleared it out quite a bit. I've got a little deer feeder right there. My son-in-law's got another one back about 50 yards further. And then I've got one close to where his is. And we bring them in pretty good considering where I am. And I'm hunted all the way around, but not really close. So, anywho, what do y'all think? We've got a long ways to go. We've come a long ways, but a lot of things left yet to be done. I don't think I'll ever finish projects. Seems like if something doesn't stop you, like the weather, from working on this, then it stops you from working on something else, and then you start something and I'm never going to get finished. So forget the backhoe going right. I'm going to build this pistol berm a little higher, but it is shooting into wood line, and no houses or anything from this direction all the way to this direction, which is 180 degrees from where I'm standing. No houses for at least 2 miles. So y'all hear that shooting? And I doubt that's my son-in-law, but he does live over that direction. He doesn't normally shoot that fast. He is Leo, so anyway, sounds like maybe the meth heads that live down the other end of the dirt road. You know, the potential problem area when crap hits the fan. But anyway, I just thought I'd show y'all a little bit different video than what I normally do. The time of the year is coming to where you can get some people out to train, start working on your team, and you know, get off the couch, get out of that lazy boy, do something. I've got to work on this building here pretty soon. It's a little old inch, I don't know. I built this thing, shoot, 8 or 9 years ago at least. It's held up pretty doggone good. I mean, we use it to lay weapons on and firearms and things like that. And of course, we use it shooting at the pistol targets there. And we move it when we want to practice draw fire and stuff. Or we shoot to that one. So, a lot of options. And that's what it's all about, creating more options. So I'm going to give a shout out to a friend of mine. He actually committed suicide. And his stepdad and mother are like brother and sister to me, but that was his logo. I don't know how well y'all can see that. And we put it on the storm door that we put up here just for the training room, and in memory of him. He's a pretty good guy. I'll never understand why he did what he did. Stopped his pain, but the family and friends continue to deal with that plus regular life. So anyway, I'm here for anybody that needs to talk. I had to jump my lawnmower off. I haven't cranked it in about a month and a half or 2. It's probably getting time to change the battery in it, but once I hooked my jump box up, it fired right up, and I ran it a little while, moving these leaves and things, and got it ready to go. But just more outdoor projects that are going to take a lot to finish, but the range don't care. Them targets don't care. They're waiting on lead to hit them. All right, guys, get off your tail. Tell me what you do. Give me ideas, all that good stuff. And if you're local to Sumter County area in Georgia, Andersonville, Americus, Cordele, Perry, Columbus, Albany, Georgia, you know, if you're down in this area within driving distance, I've got friends that drive 3.5 hours to come train. So it's not an excuse if you're within that distance. Those guys do it almost every time we have a class. So, you know, hit me up. Let's get together. Let's see if we click, as they call it, and get some training done.
All right, guys, so you've seen the range out there and everything that goes with it, and you know, there's a lot of work left to do, some repairs that's got to be made, but either way, what are you doing? You know, what have you done? Are you out in the country like I am where you can do something like that, or do you have a friend that you do it with, or do you go to a you know, paid indoor range or outdoor range? What do you do? The only thing I require on mine is first of all that we're like-minded. So if we're like-minded, conservative type thinking, and you know, all of that, and it's legal for you to possess a firearm and do those things, then all I require is a waiver that basically releases me from liability for accidents and things like that, because you know, I don't want to be sued and lose what little bit I've worked my butt off for. But you know, that's part of it. I can't just let anybody come and not protect myself and my property and my family. So other than that, hey, hit me up. Let's see what we can do. So, you know, y'all remember the two things I always tell you. Jesus loves you, and so do I. I'm here for anybody that needs to talk, needs an ear, needs some advice, whatever. I'm here for you. I don't want to happen to anyone else that my buddy Dylan did. It's still tough with his family and friends dealing with what happened. We're never going to understand it completely. So anyway, I'm here. I don't mind. I'll stop whatever I'm doing. I'll listen. I'll be that shoulder you need to lean on, or that ear you need to listen to, whatever. I'm here. So that's part of the love of Jesus Christ. And when I tell you I love you, I mean it. So y'all give me a call, give me an email, something. We'll set it up. I'll be there for you if I can. If there's any way possible, I will be there for you. So anyway, you guys, I appreciate you. Y'all be safe. Take care of your family.